Yes, my bro, I can hear you. I can see you. Please take it away and share the sauce.
Good evening, people. What's going on? Good evening. What's going on, people? Aaron, again, thanks for the introduction, bro. Someone that I respect, of course. 5 years we've been connected, bro, as friends, and it's a blessing to be making wealth with you in this journey. And I'm just really excited for the training. Something that I've been preparing for since actually Monday, and I know that we was meant to get on, a couple of weeks back, but life just got in the way, and of course we haven't been able to do it. So I appreciate you setting up this call for the 75 plus people on this call. You're going to be really, really educated from a practical standpoint on what it takes to obviously go out there and reach the heights that I've reached. So let's see if there's going to be 75 plus people an hour from now, because really and truly, it's the information that I was willing to receive and take in many, many years ago that's allowed me to progress and obviously take my personal life to another level. So I appreciate you guys all the way out there in Bristol. I know that we have promoted this call actually to the group, the general groups. So there might be a few people from all around the world. I want to welcome you guys out this evening. If you guys don't know my name or you haven't heard my story, my name is Ivan. Currently been with IM Academy for the past 4 years. Currently as Chairman 25 in this company, working very diligently towards C50. But even from, a platinum rank all the way to here, you guys can imagine how much my life has changed because of the opportunity. And I'm forever grateful for this company. I'm going to be a part of this company for the next 10, 15 plus years. It's something that I'm definitely going to pass on to my son and help him become a network marketing professional as well, because this industry is not perfect. It's just better. All right. So if you guys don't know my story, I'm going to give you guys my story. Maybe you've heard my story before. 4 years ago, I was really struggling at a job. I was working as a scientist, working all around the country from lab to lab to lab. And I was what you call an agency worker. So as an agency worker, you're just basically scheduled to go to different laboratories. And, it's something that I kept up for, 3 years. I graduated university in 2013 as a biomedical scientist. 2014, I started working. 2017, I quit my job. For the past 4 years now, I've been solely independent as a Forex trader and, of course, making residuals from IM Academy. Today, because of this opportunity, guys, I have more than 200 IBOs all around the world. I'm armed, I would say, with 3+ Chairman 10s, Platinum 5000s, Platinum 2000s, Platinum 1000s, and I've really been able to build a life of complete abundance because of this compensation plan, but more importantly, because of the vision of the company. And when Aaron told me, I want to set up a call with my group and really give them the juice and potentially give them the squeeze, and to see if the squeeze is worth it, I said 100% I'm going to make it happen. So for the 80 plus of you guys on this call, hang in there. I'm going to go over some stuff today, which might be a bit, challenging mentally when you see it for the first time. But what I would tell you is this blueprint, which I'm going to go over, is something that I personally do 3 times a year. And what you'll find is every multiple 6-figure earner or chairman or a 6-figure leader in network marketing, what you'll find is typically they'll do this game plan 3 times in a year. Now, the reason why we do it 3 times in a year is because that condensed burst of activity is what gets us through the seasons. What you got to understand about this industry, guys, this is a seasonal business. We have the winter where we build, okay? We have the spring where it kind of gets, okay, and things start warming up in terms of volume and stuff. And obviously you got the summer where everything is blossomed and you're really, really making a lot of money. And what I would tell you is I've been able to make a lot of money. I'm on my way to be a millionaire in this company. But that's just because I have a heart to serve and I've helped other people reach the pinnacle. So I don't want you guys thinking, okay, this chairman position is some esoteric position which no one reaches, because I've taken 3 people plus to Chairman 10. And I've been able to do it within 4 years of business. So this must be something that I'm doing differently every single day, which is leading to massive, massive, massive results. And all I want to do is by the end of this call, give you lot enough. Whether you're going to run with the information, it's completely up to you. But I want to give you enough for you to know the ins, but also the outs and what it takes to take your life to another level. Now, the reason why I was willing to do this game plan is because of my background. I was quite sick and tired of, traveling from different labs to different labs. And, it was just kind of getting a bit, depressing, I would say. So when I saw this company and I saw how aggressive this compensation plan was, I said, I want to get to work. And for every single one of you guys that don't think they're hitting the heights of heights in this company today, what I want you to do is I just want you to forgive yourself. Because what you'll find is this industry is the most forgiving industry in the world. And if you really take it for what it is, and if you really grasp what we're doing here as entrepreneurs, this is the most easiest way in all of capitalism for you to really take control of your financial future. And I say that tongue in cheek because amongst me becoming a chairman at 25, I've been able to, of course, start a family. I've been able to semi-retire my parents. My dad is almost hitting retirement actually next year, so he won't be working no more. And my mom's been pretty financially savvy for the past 4 years. Okay, so yes, it's nice. The trading is great, but there are some deeper reasons to why I do this. And every single one of you guys on this call has that dark side to them too, to why they need this to happen for them. And for me, it was basically taking care of my family. I grew up basically in social housing. I spent 2 decades on a council estate. And I remember specifically 4 years ago, I went on a date to the cinema, and the car that I was driving, it only pulled off in second gear. And what you'll find is before the end of that date, you'll find that the car actually broke down on me, and I had to get the woman that I was dating back then and her friend in the car with me. And you can imagine smoke coming out the car and all this and all that. And I said, I don't want to live my life like this no more. And I said I was going to do something different. So all I want you guys to do, guys, is today, tap into that dark side. Today, tap into the reasons why you need I Am Academy to work for you. If you've been playing it small up until now, again, forgive yourself. But I'm going to go over some things which is going to allow you to realize that you can become a six-figure earner. If you guys want to become a chairman 10 and above in this company, a six-figure earner, taking care of their family for generations to come, okay? I just want to see some 777s in the chat because I want to make sure I speak to the right people. I come across a lot of people that say, I want to do this thing. I want to be a chairman. I want to take control of my financial future. And then when you're telling them to do specific things, which is going to lead to the end result, all type of things are happening where they don't want to make phone calls, or they don't want to do Zoom calls, or they don't want to jump on the training, okay? We're not going to do none of that shit today. Today, we're going to have a very direct and deliberate conversation. Is it okay for me to be honest with you guys today? If it's okay for me to be honest with you guys, put some 5s in the chat, okay? I'm going to be so honest with you guys. Okay, I'm going to try to be as honest as possible. Okay, for the 90 plus people we have on this call, I'm just going to give you an authentic illustration of what it takes to become a six-figure earner, what it takes to become a chairman in this company, so you can go into your personal life and build the life that you want. Buy the cars that you want, buy all the drip that you want, invest in the properties that you want, okay? Travel, all that good stuff. Yes, 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 we do it in this company. So if you're ready, I'm going to go straight into it. What I will let you guys know, if you guys have that workbook, which I sent out, I recommend that you open it up, because I'm going to be going over that workbook specifically today on this call. If you don't have that workbook, I believe Aaron could send it out to you. Aaron, if I send it to your WhatsApp, okay?
Yeah, I'll send it, bro.
You could send it to the leaders, yeah? So this workbook is what we're going to go over, and we're going to be here for, hopefully around about an hour. If you guys can give me about an hour of your life, okay, and if you guys are on residuals, you're getting paid, but if you guys can give me an hour of your life, I'm telling you, your whole life will change. You want to know how I got to 200 IBOs? You want to know how I got to multiple chairmans in my group? You want to know how I got all the freedom and leverage to do what I want and how I do it and the life that I live? I'm going to tell you right now. And all you've got to be willing to do is just listen to me, okay? But more importantly, do the work. Do the work. This is network marketing. And specifically the work part comes after the network part. So you have to do the work. If you're not willing to do the work, if you're not willing to do what I tell you, no problem. Okay, your life is just probably going to be on standstill or moving slowly. But if you choose to do exactly what I tell you, okay, and you don't try to change the steering wheel, okay, 3 months from now, 6 months from now, your postcode will change. 3 months from now, 6 months from now, you have a nice BMW, nice Mercedes, like the Montels of the world and all these people. You have all of that stuff, okay? You have to listen to me specifically, right? Because I recruited 20 people within a time frame. This was within the 4 years I was doing. I recruited 20 people, okay?
Leave this place. Go and sit down. Go and sit down before I beat you.
Themselves, just mute yourself. I recruited 20 people in my 4 years, okay? For those people, bringing 100% of my revenue, okay? For those people that I recruited over 4 years ago, bringing 100% of my revenue to where I can pay for my mortgage, I recruited 20 people. From the 20 people that I recruited, 4 of those people are bringing in more or less 100% of my income. And I'm going to name some of these people so you know specifically where I'm going with this. You guys know the Junior Alexanders of the world, right? You guys know the Montel Hanson Williams of the world, right? You guys know the Yusuf Bellows of the world, right? Those guys, within the 4 years I've been doing this, have taken care of myself and my family. And all you guys got to be willing to do is find those kind of people and find a place in their heart. Find a place in their heart. But it all comes down to this magic number of 20. So how does this work? Your goal over the next 30 days, whenever you decide to do it, is to bring in 20 brand new people. Just make a note. If you got your workbook, it's there. If you don't have the workbook, just make the note. Over the next 30 days, whenever you decide to do it, if you decide to do this in August, you do it in August. If you decide to do this tomorrow, which is the 1st of July, you start, okay? But there's gonna be some things that we need to prep in place in order for you to get this done. But the magic number, which I go for 3 times in a year, okay, is 20. And I wanna bring them in within a 30-day time frame. Now, there's a mindset to this because you got to know what's in it for you. And what's in it for you is everything that you have on your goal card. Guys, I've been able to scratch off things off my goal card week after week after week after week because I have a certain mindset and have a certain strategy when it comes to this. And I'm going to give you guys the mindset and the strategies which you guys need to have. So how are we going to get this done? Well, how we're going to get this done is we're going to work through the workbook, which you guys should have been sent. And if you don't have a physical calendar, I recommend that you buy a physical calendar. Now, the physical calendar that you need to buy is a 4x11 calendar. Don't ask me why it's 4x11, but what I'll tell you, it's a 4x11 calendar, which shows you the whole week. All of my chairman 10s and above have a physical calendar. Now, what I'll tell you is the calendar is not a calendar. The calendar is actually a calculator, all right? Everyone that makes big money in IAM, okay, within our group and around the world, they have a physical calendar. If you're still using your phone, that's good, but you must buy a physical calendar, okay, if you're willing to do the work. The memory jog is something that I haven't sent out, but I'm gonna send that out to you guys, and that's just basically gonna help you guys start recruiting real quick, because it's going to jog your memory of people that you know and you know where they live and so on and so forth. So I can send that stuff to you after the call. So if you just look at the breakdown of this training, I'm going to speak about why 20 recruits can change your life. Like I said to you guys earlier, I recruited 20 people within a space of 4 years. Keep it in mind, I do this 2 to 3 times a year. I'm doing it right now. I'm going to be doing it tomorrow, the 1st of July. I'm going to start my 30-play game plan. If you guys want to run with me, no problem. You guys can run with me, right? We can be accountable for each other. But the 4 years I've been doing this, I recruited 20 people 4 years ago. 4 of those individuals bring in 100% of my revenue today. That allows me to be almost a chairman 50. All right, and I'm going to explain to you how it works. The schedule is the next thing we're going to speak about. The prep work, filling the funnel, telling your story, how to deal with closing, objections, and follow-ups, and making sure that you get the 20 people done is part of the course 7. Getting people started, okay? And last but not least, if I could just move my screen, last but not least, we're going to recap and basically wrap up why you need to do this and how you're going to maintain it, right? So as we go on, all right, this is basically what we're going to do, all right? So you guys may have heard of this plain analogy before in network marketing, but I'm going to explain it to you guys once again, okay? In order for you guys to really, really make this thing happen, I tell everyone that wants to do this big, you need to get the plane off the ground, man. You need to get the plane off the ground. Like I said, if you've been playing this small your whole time, right, forgive yourself, because this is the most forgiving industry in the world, but you need to get the plane off the ground. And what's the plane off the ground? Personally speaking, I think the plane off the ground is when you're a P2 stretching for 5K. Okay? I think getting the plane off the ground is when you're a P2 stretching for 5K. Until you're a P2 stretching for 5K, you're still taxing on the runway. Okay? For us holiday goers, I'm pretty sure, okay, if you guys were traveling, you wouldn't want the pilot taxing around the runway for hours upon hours upon hours, because you're not going to get to your destination. Chances are you'll probably get a bit pissed off. But the real of it is most of us, when I say most of us, I'm speaking about 90+% of people that join this industry, they spend good months and years taxing on the runway. And what's taxing on the runway? Well, I've recruited a new customer, taxing on the runway. I've created a Platinum 150. You're still taxing on the runway. I've created one of my 600s. You're still taxing on the runway, mate. Okay? You need to get the plane off the ground. So how do you get the plane off the ground? Well, when you have like 2 1Ks in your business, both of them have like 30 customers each, you start approaching takeoff. But the reality of it is how am I going to get this big plane, which is my dreams and my goals, off the ground? And what I'll tell you in this game, okay, because this is a game, we're playing a game when it comes to making money with I Am Academy. In this game, slow and steady is not going to win you nothing. Okay, excuse my language. Slow and steady is not going to do shit for yourself and your family. Okay, playing it slow is going to kill your dreams. Matter of fact, this industry works better when it's fast. Okay, slow and steady is going to get you killed. Slow and steady is not going to attract the kind of momentum that you want. Slow and steady is not going to build you an organization that's going to last for generations to come. Let's just put some 777 on the chat. If you want to build an organization that's going to last you come 2030. 777 in the chat. Because I've been able to do that. I've been able to build wealth for the past 10 years, 4 years doing this. Okay? And you guys got to be willing to want to do it too. All right? Slow and steady is not going to build you that chairman group. Slow and steady is not going to build your belief system. And we speak about belief so much because we understand when it comes to I Am Academy, that's one of our focal points. Last but not least, slow and steady is not going to get the results that you want. All right? So to get a plane off the ground, meaning P2 stretching 5K, you can't go 10% throttle. What's 10% throttle? Well, I might just do a presentation this week and tell someone about HFX. I might just do one presentation this week. That's 10%. David Eminite says, the lifeline of your business, the vital signs, is based on how many people in your group are presenting this opportunity 4 times in a week. And I can remember quite vividly from day one when I said yes and I put my name on this company to now, thereabouts. I always do 3 to 4 presentations a week. Whether they get started or not, it's basically repetition. I'm going to make sure that I do 3 to 4 presentations every single week. So if you've been doing 1 presentation and you haven't got the results that you want, okay, you're running at 10%. That's not going to get you off the ground. That's not going to knock off the things that you have on your goal card. 20% is not going to get the plane off the ground, right? 30% It ain't gonna do it. 30%, like I mentioned to you, is maybe when you sign up 1 or 2 customers in the month, you create a platinum 150 here and there, you know, maybe a 600, right? That's not gonna get you off the ground. Like I mentioned to you guys, P2 to 5K is when you're off the ground. And when you're off the ground, it's 100% throttle. It's 100% throttle. Why? Because you're presenting this business 3-4 times, sometimes in a day. I know the Junior Alexanders of the world, you look at the premium bells, the mastermind group, they're presenting every single day. Okay? You want to get to a point where you're doing 3 presentations a day. You're doing 9 presentations a week. All right? This is a numbers game, guys. It's a numbers game. 100% throttle, 100% throttle is what's going to get you that house that you want. 100% throttle is what's going to get you that shiny BMW, that Mercedes, or if you're ambitious, you like Rangers and all that good stuff, it's going to get you that stuff. But understand that you have to be 100%. So let's just say for every single one of you guys on this call, because I know you guys are all leaders, just promise me, you're going to give 100%. No matter how you feel, during this game plan, during the next 30 days, whilst you're doing this, just promise me you're going to go 100% for your dreams, your goals, your family. All right? Up until this point, probably some of your friends and some of your family members, they're probably been thinking, I don't know if this is going to work for my son, or I don't know if it's going to work for my friend. And what I tell you tongue in cheek, my dad, okay, said to me, Ivan, you've joined this company, you've been a part of network marketing before, he used to call it this pyramid thing, but today he calls me the businessman for whatever reason. But he said to me, if this does not work out this time, you're going back to medical school. And the reason why he told me that is because for many years, I was failing. For many years, I was playing it small. For many years, I wasn't showing this presentation 3 times a day, 9 times a week. And the reason why you're probably going to get a lot of stick from your friends and your family and people that are watching you is because they're probably tired of seeing you play it slow. Okay? When I started going hard, all right, my dad started calling me the businessman. When I bought his BMW 5 Series, okay, last year, he had even more of a reason to call me a businessman. Okay? Don't play it slow. This game works fast, and you have to abide by the laws. Okay? So the beginning of your career starts with a full throttle and a bust just for a season. Guys, you don't have to do this 100% for forever. Imagine if you have a plane in the air, okay, throttling at 100%. It's going to burn out the fuel. It's going to burn out the engines. You guys can imagine when I'm armed with 3 chairman 10s and above, 4 years in, all right, I'm not going at 100% in the air all the time. Does it make sense? Once I take off, I can put the plane in attitude. What's the plane in attitude? Weekly trainings. What's the plane in attitude? The Sunday calls. What's the plane in attitude? The 1Ks, the 2Ks, the 5Ks, the chairman 10s, all doing a little bit. And I can kind of fly at 60 or let's say 50% throttle. But I'm a go-getter, so I'll probably be flying about 70% throttle. All right? You have to be uncomfortable just for a season. All right? Just for a season. Not for forever, just for a season. All right? And that takes 30 days. So the value of, 20 and 30, what's it going to mean to you guys up front? You guys understand in this company, we get paid $25, $50 fast start bonuses. What are other bonuses? The extra customers, not only for yourself, but the extra customers for your team, because you guys understand with our compensation plan, you can build a spillover, and that spillover can benefit other people. All right. What's those customers that you're going to bring in over the next 20 days, the next 30 days, the 20 people that you're going to bring in, what's that going to do for you? What's that going to do for your team? What's going to do for your lifetime in this company? Potentially, if you recruit those 20 individuals, all right, and you get them started on HFX or, you get them started in Forex, you're probably going to hit another rank. You probably will. You're a positive role model. Your team are going to be looking up to you for answers, okay? Now and then when people hit me up and they're asking for advice, right? They're hitting me up for advice because I have the results, okay? So I have credibility. What's it going to do for your prestige, bringing in those 20 in the next 30? What's it going to do for your reputation? It's not only about bringing in, 20 customers. All those things that you guys can see on the screen, these things count too, all right? So keep it in mind, the value of 20, all right? Overall, this is what it's going to do for you and your family, okay? So as we go on, the psychology of 20, all right? People get to know each other. I'm sure everyone in, the Bristol organization, you guys know each other, right? Because probably, once upon a time, Aaron was running a 20-day game plan and he recruited a few people and then everyone started networking. Now everyone knows each other, all right? The premium bells, they know the juniors well. They know the Montels well. How do they know them well? Because once I, brought them in, all right, I made them, do events with each other and, maybe we might go dinner with each other and stuff, right? So the new class of 2021, you're going to get them to 10X by getting them to know each other. And when I say know each other, it doesn't necessarily mean trading and network marketing. I want to get to know where you live. I want to know what you like. I want to know what you don't like. I want to know why you're doing this. The 20 people that you're going to bring in, you're going to get them to cross network. You're going to get them to get to know each other. They're going to be sharing experiences. Everyone's going to be learning. All right. You guys know very, very well that we have a system which is clockwork when it comes to trading. All right. Hands off. I believe Aaron is one of the best traders in this organization. Okay. And I understand that the Bristol organization is heavily involved in Forex. So everyone's going to be learning. Everyone's going to be growing. There's going to be some healthy competition going on. When I say healthy competition, it basically means one leader is going to spur another leader to make it happen. I'm pretty sure every single one of us on this call knows just a week gone, Hugo, okay, who again, he's in my group. He was recently promoted to 5K. By him going 5K, I know when you guys saw that flyer, you guys knew that if he can do it, I can do it. Bell saw Junior and Montel go chairman, and he wasn't in the best circumstances, Yusuf Bello, over a year ago. So he saw that, and he said, okay, well, if these guys can do it, I can do it too. So the 20 that you're going to bring in over a period of time, yes, there's going to be some healthy competition going on because we are a family. Stories getting told back and forth. This is a network marketing business, meaning we get paid based on how well we can use our mouth. We get paid on how well we can market a product. We get paid based on how well we can articulate ourselves within this organization, okay? And chances are, if you bring those 20, you're going to hit the next rank. You're going to make it happen. And new friendships are forming. So there's a psychological effect, okay, when you bring in 20. And these are the psychological effects. Yeah, it's 20 customers, but this is what's actually happening on the back end. And it's important for you guys to know. What I told you is this industry that I've been a part of, guys, for 6 years is constantly changing, okay? I remember, 5 years ago, 4 years ago, when the industry was kind of developing, we had a lot of stick from people that were not involved in, network marketing. We had a lot of stick, but what you'll find is, as this thing continues to grow, not only I am, but as the internet continues to grow, you're going to have more people wanting to be involved in this industry because of the benefits of what it can do for you, okay? Imagine a lifetime of freedom. You're able to do what you want, when you want, with whoever you want. And the key behind doing all these things is bringing in 20 people. It's 20 people. Maybe you guys have heard of 12th wide and do 12th wide every month. Personally speaking, you don't have to do 12th wide every single month. The new game, when it comes to being a six-figure earner, the new game, when it comes to making sure that you get paid week in, week out, is your ability to bring in, 20 people within a certain time frame, okay? So presentations, skills. What I told you is this industry, when it comes to becoming a chairman, guys, is nothing but a mathematical equation. Put that for your notes. My ability to solve this maths problem is going to equal to me knocking off things off my goal card. If I do 10 presentations, I'm going to get 2 IBOs. And typically that's the kind of ratio that we experience right now. If I do 100 presentations, I'm going to get 20 IBOs. Okay. So for me today, 200 IBOs all around the world, okay, all chasing a paycheck, all making it happen in Forex. You can imagine the kind of leverage that I'm dealing with. You can imagine the kind of freedom that I have. But it all comes down to the maths, the numbers, okay? And when you look at it, guys, I want you guys just to focus on the numbers. I don't want you focusing on, oh, what this person said or whether they get in or not. I just want you focusing on, can I potentially bring in 20 people over the next 30 days? And I know you can get this done, right? So the schedule. Are you guys with me? If you guys are with me and you're still locked in, just put some 777 in the chat because I'm going to go over the schedule to make this thing happen. Okay? Cool. I see you guys. I see you guys. I see you guys. I see you guys. Hopefully this is making sense. All right? So I'm going to go through the schedule. I hope you guys are ready. Okay? Commitment. What are you willing to commit to? And that should be a no-brainer. You should be willing to commit to 20 plus people within the next 30 days. Whether you do this in August, whether you do it in July, whether you do it in September, me, as a chairman 25, I do this 3 times a year. That's my commitment. If I don't do this 3 times in a calendar year, I feel sick. Because I know what the first 20 done for me. It got me the likes of, Junior, Montel, Bello, Hugo. There's so many guys. Aaron. I can be here naming people for days. But my 20 and 30 burst, it got me access to some of these individuals. Okay? What are you willing to sacrifice? Okay? You can't basically have your cake and eat it all. You got to basically sacrifice something. And when I was building this business, guys, in the early stages, I promise you everything that I love. My mom and my dad, they basically were working, and they'll get in basically, in the evenings. They didn't see me until the next morning when I was sleeping, because more time, I got in back at my house about 1 a.m., 2 a.m., and they're getting ready to go to work. And guess what? That's something that they experienced for maybe 3 years. They thought I was crazy. Okay, they thought I was crazy. And this is why my dad was saying, look, if this don't work, bro, you're going back to medical school. Because they thought I was crazy. Sacrificing. Friends didn't see me. My friends didn't see me. Okay? I spent less time, doing lifestyle. I spent less time, going on boys' holidays. I spent less time with close people because I was willing to sacrifice. Okay? I was willing to clear my calendar for 30 days. Just 30 days. I was willing to get uncomfortable for 30 days. Until I bring in the 20, no one speak to me. I'm busy. And my family know me. When I go missing, the reason why I'm going missing is they know that they're going to have a good Christmas. Does it make sense? You got to be willing to sacrifice something. Okay? Ask others to sacrifice. If you have a partner, you're married, let them know, look, I'm going to be busy for the next, 30 days. All right? So I'm going to need you to understand where I'm going with this. It might not make sense to you right now, but look, I'm going to be busy for 30 days. I'm going to be on these Sunday calls. I'm going to be doing these Zoom calls. I'm going to be at this coffee shop. I'm going to be at this hotel, right? Ask others to sacrifice with you. You're not going to see me much. We're not going to be able to go this place and that place, right? You have to be willing to do that because it's important. Negotiate with people that are important in your life. I was willing to negotiate with my dad for years. The guy thought I was crazy. Okay? My mom, the same. They thought I was crazy. I was willing to tell them, look, man, I'm going to make this thing happen, man. I'm going to be super busy for the next couple months, for the next year, maybe 2 years, but don't worry. I'm going to make this happen. All right? And when you negotiate with people that love and care about you the most, guess what happens? They get behind you. I was so grateful that my dad got behind me. And he said, look, you're going to do this network marketing thing one more time. All right? And that's all I needed. That's all the love that I needed for me to make this happen. And what you'll find is when you negotiate with people that are important to you, whilst you're bringing in the next 20 or 30 days, chances are they're going to be in agreement with you, all right? Determine the time that you're willing to spend, okay? if you're part-time, and I know that with this industry, guys, a lot of us start this industry part-time. And part-time is basically, 8 hours. Let's just say 8 hours. Let's just say 8 hours across 2 days. So maybe you might have a 4-hour day here, 4-hour day there. People are hitting this full-time, right? You might have 12-hour days, all right? And you got to be willing to spend 12 hours marketing, promoting, follow-ups, three-way calls. Within the time that you're doing this, right? You got to be willing to make it happen. So what I'd recommend is maybe set a time on your phone, all right? Or you can actually go online. There's so many alarm clocks which you can see online, and set a time up for 6 hours. And when 6 hours are done, you can take a break. Because we know with the 6 hours that you've committed, you're doing all you can do to bring in the 20, all right? Number 6, clear the deck of all distractions, okay? Let me tell you what your biggest distraction is going to be whilst you're bringing in the new class of 2021. One of the biggest distractions which you're going to encounter is actually your team. It sounds crazy, but I'm going to let you guys know. One of the biggest distractions which you're going to encounter are your team, because they're going to want you to do this Zoom call here, this call here, all right? And more time, they can do it themselves, okay? Other distractions, vices, okay? What's a vice? Vice is basically like a habit. So if you have a habit of, going out, drinking, on Friday and whatnot, okay, for 30 days, stop, okay? If you have a vice, which is, smoking or just basically doing activity that don't lead to your goal, right? That's a distraction. For 30 days, you have to promise your future self. Keep it in mind, I said future self. You got to promise your future self that you're not going to do it for 30 days. Until you bring in your 30, you're not going to do it. Okay? Tools. What are the tools that we're equipped with? Well, we have IM Academy. All right? We have all the resources that we use. We have, if you guys trade HFX, we have HFX. We have Hourglass, right? We have Go Live. Okay? We have the presentation. All right? We have the Zoom calls. We have the trainings. You need to have the tools. Because once you start bringing in these people, when they start signing up, we're going to have to plug them into these tools. Number 8, pick a start date. When are you going to make this thing happen? When are you going to make this thing happen? Okay? For me, I'm starting my plan tomorrow. So if you guys are with me, I'll be up at 8 a.m. tomorrow, and I'll be recruiting people from social media, from my contact list. I'll be doing it. All right? So we can be accountability buddies. You can run the race with me. I'm starting tomorrow. I'm just giving you the prep that I've basically gone through, so I know I'm going to make this thing happen, right? Warm up your list. How do you warm up your list? You start conversations, okay? If you go to one of your friends that may know you right now, and obviously they know that you're involved in our business and you're trading and whatnot, right? You might want to start warming them up. Let's say you're going to start your plan in August. You might want to start getting some small talk in there, okay? How you doing? We ain't spoken in a little while. How's work going for you, okay? You're going to start warming up your list. What I found is when you're warming up your list, okay, it's more easier for you to now slide in the IM opportunity. It's more easy for you to slide that in when you've warmed them up for 30 days. So what do I mean by that? My friends that I'm thinking about bringing into the business, right? If I'm going to start my plan in August, I've got all of July to start chatting with them, seeing how they're doing, X, Y, Z, right? If we're going to do catch up and see how things are in life and stuff, I'm going to play that game. But come August, I'm going to be like, hey, listen, I've got something for you, okay? Another way of warming up your list is something called the Whisper campaign. Just make this for your notes, the Whisper campaign. Now, you might be thinking, what is this Whisper campaign? And I'm going to tell you what the Whisper campaign is, okay? The Whisper campaign, all right, let's say you're approaching a business professional, okay? You got to treat them like a business professional. And you're wanting to bring this business professional or whatnot, right? You basically want to be very super indirect with the way you're going to bring them in. And what I've done within my time doing this is I've learned that when I'm running the race with bringing in 20 and 30 days, I use this Whisper campaign to make it happen, all right? I'll give you guys an example. Premium bells, okay? When he came into the business, when I brought him in, I ran a whisper campaign with him, and it went something like this. I was like, Bells, look, we've known each other for a long time. I respect you and whatnot. But I'm gonna let you know something. In the next 30 days, I'm gonna do something that's going to change not only my life, it's gonna change the life of many people that we're gonna impact. Okay. Over the next 30 days, I'm gonna bring in a group of business professionals who are really gonna take advantage and make it happen in this marketplace. This marketplace is wide open. There's not a lot of people that know about, this company and the services. And I think for the people that run the race with me over the next 30 to 60 days, okay, we're going to be able to build, a lifetime of income just based on 30 days work. This campaign, bro, is going to launch August 2021. I'm going to launch on the 1st of August, okay? Saying that the information makes sense to you and all the small print, are you in or you out? I said that to him. The guy said no to me. He then eventually got started 6 months later. Today, he's on his way to becoming a chairman 25. Did you guys see what I just done there? If you guys just saw what I just done there, put some 5s in the chat. You can approach people like that. Okay? Look, I'm starting this project, okay? I'm putting together a group of business professionals. This is you warming up your list. I'm putting a group of business professionals in place to really take advantage of an opportunity that I'm going to launch. This marketplace is wide open. There's not a lot of people, taking advantage of this opportunity. And I believe if we put in the work over the next 30 to 60 days, we're going to be able to build a lifetime of income. Saying that the presentation and everything I'm going to share with you makes sense. August the 1st, I'm launching. Are you in or you out? I'm in. More time. When you come to someone like that, they're going to say they're in. All right? They're going to say they're in. All right? When Junior knew I was launching, I didn't try to recruit him direct. Whisper campaign. Bro, look, I'm going to do something special. I'm going to do something. People that run this race with me, the group that I'm going to put together over the next 30 to 60 days, if we put in the work over the next 30 to 60 days, we're going to be able to build a lifetime of income based on us doing this work. There's an opportunity that a lot of people are not taking advantage of. The market's wide open for growth. I believe if we put in the work, we can really make it happen and we can build a lifetime of income. Junior Alexander, Chairman 10, I told him that. He's in the business. So when you're warming up your list, depending on who you're speaking to, there's different ways which you can articulate yourself, which is going to benefit you long-term wise, right? You got to imagine that you've got, number 10, you got to imagine that you've done this. Okay, imagine, okay? Our business is all about visualizing goals, all right? The product and opportunity is intangible. You can't see it, right? When we get that paycheck on a Friday, or when we make money through trading because of our analysis, we visualized that's already done. Put yourself in your future self, put yourself in the future. And imagine your future self. Imagine thinking, okay, look, I brought in these 20 people. From the 20 people that I've brought in, what's going to happen? And I want to explain to you what happens when you bring in 20. So when you bring in 20, right? We're going to get into that shortly. All right. We've gone over this, done this brief for it. We could touch on this a little bit. Second degree of separation and so on and so forth. Second degree of separation basically means who does Aaron know? That's second degree of separation. And, Aaron, let's say Aaron brought in Alyssa. Who does Alyssa know? Okay. They say on average, you're 5 people from being connected to everybody in the world. And today, guys, I'm a very connected person. I'm connected to a lot of people. Why? Because I understand the laws. These are laws. They work. It's like gravity. Gravity is real. If you don't believe gravity is real, do me a favor. Go Canary Wharf tomorrow, jump off the highest building, and tell me how you feel. Right? It's a law. So second degree of separation just basically mean, who do your contacts know? All right? When Junior got started, I asked him, bro, make me a list right now. Because I remember Junior Alexander, a funny story actually, I'll tell you guys. I remember this guy, he was chasing me up in the industry for years. He was looking at opportunities and saying no, and then maybe I'll think about it, right? But when he got started in 2017, I told him, bro, make me a list right now. I was not going to let him go without him making me a list. And surprise, surprise, number 15 on the list of the people that he put on the list was Montel Hansen Williams. Montel Hansen Williams was going chairman 10, and with him going chairman 10, he brought in 500 plus customers into my organization. If that makes sense, put some fives in the chat. Okay? I've told you, I'm going to be so real with you guys, where you guys know that I'm not capping. I'm telling the truth. This is all real. This is all real. These are all strategies that I've used to bring in people, right? Who are the people that your people know? Long distance candidates, all right? You can do something like this. I'll show you guys real quick. You know, we are an international company. We operate in 120 countries, right? You can do something like this, right? The sign-up form, as you guys can see, will give you a drop-down list of all the countries that we're involved in, all right? And what David Emanite told us actually at the start of last month, he said, leaders, for this month, I want you guys to start building connections and all the countries that I am involved in, right? Canada, Cape Verde, America, Cyprus, right? Who are the long distance people that you know? Dominican Republic. And how do you find them? Very simple. You go on Instagram, you put in a hashtag, you put in Canada or whatever country that you're looking for, and then it's going to give you everyone that's tagged Canada. Let's say you go Canada, hashtag entrepreneur. It's going to bring you everyone that's posted Canada with I'm an entrepreneur. Bang, start a conversation, right? Whatever it takes, whatever it takes, whatever it takes, whatever it takes. Okay? Long distance candidates. Who do you know, right? I hope this is making sense to you guys, right? Hot market, I don't need to speak about hot market. You guys know what your hot market is. The hot market is the people that your people know. I'll say that again. Your hot market, when it comes to building this business, right, are the people who your people know. So for example, everyone that Aaron knows is considered my hot market. The reason why it's hot market is because I already have a relationship with Aaron. So when Aaron introduces me on the call, he basically already knows me, all right? Warm market are the people that you know. The reason why they're warm is because they know something about you. Maybe they know where you live. Maybe they know your date of birth. Maybe they know something about your children, okay? And why I told you guys, when I started my career in this industry, a lot of my friends weren't open to, you know, success and all that stuff because I grew up on a social estate, and people that knew me as the scientist guy. The scientist guy is trying to be a businessman. They weren't really feeling me like that. So what I had to do was I had to go into the cold market. I had to go to certain places which are saturated. I had to go to London Bridge. I had to go to King's Cross. I had to build rapport with people that I didn't know, okay? Matter of fact, Aaron would tell you tongue in cheek, me and Aaron, we met at a business event, okay? I was not even involved in Forex. Neither was he. But I went there to build a relationship, and you guys can imagine that relationship has spanned over 5+ years, and he's very, very close to breaking Platinum 5,000. Just give some Aaron some 555s in the chat, because this guy, I've known him for 5+ years. But I met him at an event. That had nothing to do with trading. That had nothing to do with me recruiting him. And just because we've been able to keep a healthy relationship, okay, he's gonna break 5K. I want you guys to go out there and do it too. Cold market, strangers will change your whole life. And when strangers change your whole life, you find a place in their heart, right? So when you're approaching the hot market, okay, so the people that your people know, support, respect, practice. Listen, I need support, all right? This month, I have to do 70 presentations. I just need some people to do it on. Could you turn up to my Zoom call at this time? Respect. Bro, you know I respect you, you know? Like, I respect you. You've been doing your thing for a minute. I see that you've gone through the whole uni phase, okay? You're not working for this big company. Look, bro, you know I respect you. I need your professional business opinion on a project that I've launched. I need you to give me your professional business opinion on if this is something that you'll be involved in or if this is something that you'll bring other people into. I need your opinion. Why? Because I respect you. Did you guys catch that? There's so many ways which you can articulate yourself for you to get someone on a Zoom call and expose them, okay? Last but not least, practice. I've just started this business for the brand new people. If you've been here for a short period of time, I've just started this business. I'm a business owner of this company. I just need some people to practice on, all right? I've got to fill my diary up. I've got to put in 70 presentations. Can I basically practice doing a trade live in front of you? Can I practice doing a trade live in front of you? I'm going to make money right in front of you, but I need a few people to practice on. Can I practice doing that in front of you? Can you give me your opinion on the trade that I do in front of you? And when you hit someone up like that, understand one thing. You're going to show them the whole business. Okay? Guys, this industry, when it comes to getting someone exposed, it's all about how you articulate yourself. Okay? For the business guy, I'm going to articulate myself like that. For this person that's known me for years, I'm going to articulate myself like that. All right? Support, respect, practice. 3 key words which you need when it comes to making this happen. All right? Part number 5, telling your story. The big money. When I'm speaking about big money, I'm speaking about you making more than 100K every single month. Who on this call would want to make more than 100K every single month? Be like a Zain Khan, a chairman 100, okay? Who in this call would want to be like a Katrina Wodges, okay? Racking up, chairman 25 money every single month, right? Who would want that? Everyone would want that. Now, the reason why we've been able to reach these heights of heights is because we know how to tell our story like an author. And when you're bringing in these 20 in the next 30 days, you need to have a good story, okay? Maybe the story that you have right now, maybe it's not resonating with people. Maybe you're missing something. So you need to have a great story after you get them in to see the bit, after you invite them and they say, yeah, I'm going to come. You need to have a great story. And what makes a great story in network marketing is 4 parts. Okay, I've trained on this before. If you guys don't know how to tell your story, I'm going to tell my story to you guys like I'm speaking to you guys for the first time. For the first time, I'm going to imagine that you're brand new and I'm exposing you. I'm going to tell you a story. Okay, the first part, I'm going to tell you my background. The second part, I'm going to tell you what I didn't like. The third part of the story is I'm going to tell you about the solution. The fourth part of the story is I'm going to tell you about how I feel about the future. Whenever you have a prospect in front of you, before you bring up our pretty slides, tell them your goddamn story. Because when you tell them your story, they know that you're real. They don't just see you as this, this influencer on Instagram that's telling people to trade, this network marketer recruiter. They see you as a human being. But it all comes down to you telling your story. And how does your story go? Your background. Guys, listen, I was working countless shifts as a biomedical scientist, back-breaking shifts. Sometimes I have to be in at 6 a.m. Sometimes I leave at 2. Other days I'm in at 11. I'm talking about shift work. I'm talking about things that you see people that work in retail, work in supermarkets, the shift work that they have to endure. I was doing that. I didn't like that, man. It was taking time away from my family, the things that I cared about the most, okay? And even though I was a biomedical scientist and I was saving lives, okay, my finances were taking a toll downhill because there's not a lot of rewards as a healthcare professional in our world today, okay? The average healthcare professional earns about 20 to 30,000. How is that going to take care of me and my dreams? You see, what I didn't like about being a biomedical scientist was I didn't like to be micromanaged. I didn't like someone telling me, okay, well, you got to be in at this time. You got to eat at this time. I was never hungry at 12 p.m. I was hungry at 9 a.m. But they were telling me to eat at 12 p.m. Right? And then they'll tell me to leave at various times in the day. And then I had to do things that they won't pay me for. So when I looked at it, traveling all around the country, being micromanaged, filling in timesheets, I was giving away I knew I was giving away my time for money, but I had to fill in timesheets. I was basically selling myself for money. I didn't like that. So I got started as a trader. I joined this academy. They got some great resources, some great products. They got an amazing leadership. And the unique thing about this academy is the product in this academy, guys, is money. All right? The product in this academy, guys, is money. And how I feel about the future is great because I see myself hitting, 100K trading account plus. I see myself building passive residual income because I've seen so many people do it. So say that information makes sense to you and everything checks out, okay? Are you in or you out? I ain't got time. Okay? I have to expose them quickly. So when you're telling your story, tell them your story, be real. Don't miss anything out. Okay? Don't miss anything out. I want you to practice telling your story. And this is how you would know if you can tell your story good or not. Find someone, tell your story, 2 minutes per person, right? Tell your story and don't miss nothing about the story, okay? So, push yourself to be more real. Put some 777s in the chat. If you could tell, I'm being real right now. I'm being real. I didn't like filling in the timesheet. My man's telling me to eat at 12. I'm hungry at 9 a.m. All right, they're telling me to clean this and do that. I'm being real with you, though. I'm being real. I didn't like that stuff. I didn't like working 40 hours. I didn't like being away from my mom, my dad. I didn't like being away from my brother and sister. I didn't like that shit. All right? So when you're telling people that, be real. What made you unhappy? I didn't like being micromanaged. All right? One of the reasons why I'm doing this project and I'm bringing in the next class of 2021, I'm bringing in this group of business professionals because I was unhappy. I didn't like being micromanaged. I didn't like someone telling me what to do, X, Y, Z. I want to be my own boss, right? Your doubts, your fears about the situation, okay? As the technology grew in healthcare, I knew I was going to be replaced because the lab that I was working in, the reason why I was a locum scientist, which is basically an agency scientist, because we will go to places where there's problems. And the site that I visited in Manchester, there was redundancy going on. And believe me when I tell you this, I saw about 10 plus people get fired in front of me. All right. So I had doubts. I had to do something different. Get really raw with your story. If you want your money to grow, if you want your residuals to grow, be real. All right. Be real every single time you tell your story. Okay. Keep the energy. All right. Part 3 of telling your story. Okay. You are forbidden to tell your background. All right. You're forbidden to talk about your pain. Only share the solution that you found and how you feel about the future. Imagine if I told my story like this, okay? I didn't tell them that, I was a biomedical scientist. I was a council boy. I'm a block baby, right? I was basically traveling all around the imagine if I didn't tell you that. Imagine if I started telling you about, HFX is so great. You can make money in minutes, right? We have millionaire mentors. I'm connected to a guy called David Emenite. He's a multi-millionaire. He's a chairman 750. Right? Imagine if someone tells a story like that. They're gonna think, this person don't care about me. They just want to sign me up. All right? Try to tell your story. You'll see it. Try this. Try to tell your story without mentioning your background, okay? And what you didn't like. And you'll see if you get signups. I'll tell you one thing. 100% no one's joining your business. The reason why they're not going to join your business is because they think this person is just trying to sign me up. So when you're telling your story, make sure you are direct, all right? If you only share the solution and how you feel about the future, they're not joining. They're not joining the business. They're not joining the team. They're not joining. So make sure you tell a story, right? So I have a challenge for you, okay? This is Eric's challenge, but this is my challenge to you, right? Because we're all committed about becoming chairman. If we're serious about becoming the chairman, 777's in the chat, okay? Everyone tells me you want to go chairman, but when it's time to put in the work, this is what's required. This is the dirty work. This is what's required. Tell your story to 100 people in the next 30 days. I guarantee you tell your story to 100 people that have never seen this business before, okay? Number one, you're going to grow as a person, but more important than anything, you're going to get the 20 people. You're going to get the 20 people, right? So objections, I'm not really going to go over objections and stuff like that. I'm going to dive into the nitty gritty. I'm going to dive into the background. What is in it for you? Because everyone's favorite radio station is, Ivan, this sounds great, but what's in it for me, all right? So I'm going to just bring up the second part of the workbook. If you guys have the second part of the workbook, I'm going to bring this up real quick, and I'm going to tell you why we're doing it. In black and white, why we need to bring in 20 people in the next 30 days. Okay? I'm getting hot here. It's exciting stuff. But this is the stuff that makes you financially free. All right? So I'm just going to do this, do that, bang. Okay? Gone over this stuff. Cool. Let's do the maths. Okay? So stay with me here, guys. I know we've been on for quite some time, but just lock in. Stay with me, all right? Oof. So the value of 20 in 30 days. If you got your workbook, bring it up. If not, just follow my screen. Okay? So you need to understand, bringing in 20 people is just maths. It's just maths. This is a numbers game. Okay? Number one, up front, what's in it for you? And I want you guys to write this down right now. If you bring in 20 people right now, what's in it for you in terms of direct sales? So if someone does the maths, 50 times 20, which is the elite package. I'm not great at maths. 50 times 20. If you do numbers on that, I'll tell you what's in it for you. Okay. 50 times 20, $1,000 up front, commissions. If you bring them in on the FRX package, it's $25 times 10, $250 for you upfront commissions. It may look small, but this stuff adds up. My advice for you is when you're bringing in people, bring them in on the elite package. So 50 times 20, 1,000. So you're gonna get paid 1,000 on top of the residuals. Okay? Other bonuses. So what are the other bonuses? Well, depending on what rank you are right now, guys, you're gonna get your weekly rank, and then you're gonna get the 1,000. Extra customers, number 3. If I bring in 20, okay, can those 20 lead me to some more people? Yeah. All right. I already told you the story with Junior. I already told the story with Yusuf Bello, who brought in Hugo. Okay. Those 20 are going to lead you to other people. Number 4, 12 months. How much can I make over the next 12 months by bringing 20 and 30? So if you do the numbers, okay, how much can you make? Lifetime. What is the lifetime potential of what I can do? Number 5, what's the lifetime potential of what I could do if I bring in those 20? Like I said to you guys, the 20 that I've brought in, okay, and I'm always bringing in 20. I do this 3 times every year. But when I've done this in year 1, year 2, the 20 that I brought in, all right, if we do the numbers, 4 of these guys bring in 100% of my income, okay? Today, my group volume is almost, it's $250,000 right now. So 250,000 is my group volume, okay? 250,000. For a chairman 25, you need 181,000. So I'm about 70,000 over the requirement. Does it make sense? Lifetime. What can bring in 20 do for you over your lifetime? You got to start thinking like an investor, okay? You got to start thinking long-term. You bring in 20, right? Number 6, are you going to hit the next rank, right? I've seen a lot of the group that we're working with in Bristol. You guys are sneezing, man. You guys are close. You guys are close to the next position, right? Some of us on spillovers. right? You bring in 20, you're going to the next rank. And then guess what? If you bring in 20 the following month, guess what? You're going to the next rank and the rank after that, right? I've seen some of the organizations. You guys are close. Just do the dirty work, 30 days, right? Number 7, positive role model for your group, right? I know Aaron's going to get this done. He's going 5K. I promise you, on everything that I love, this guy is going 5K, right? On him going 5K, guess what's going to happen? Some of you guys are going to break rank too over the next 30 days. I know that to be true, okay? So you want to be a role model for your group. If you go to the next rank, what do you do for your team? I knew if I went to chairman 10 first, if I became the first ethnic chairman 10, people are going to want to know how I did it. That's why I done it in 6 months. I wasn't playing games. Because before that point, there was no one really who you can relate to, shake their hand and say, how did you do that, bro? So I wanted to be first. I wanted to be first because if I go first and I figure out the formula, guess what I can do? I can bring my friends in and I can say, guys, look, we're going to win. We're going to do this, right? We're going to do this. I've got the formula. I figured it out, right? I figured it out. When Bello went chairman in March, he was like, shit, I figured it out, right? When Junior Montel went chairman last year, shit, I know what Eva knows. I figured it out, all right? Positive role model, prestige. Close your eyes and imagine. You going chairman in this company. What would it do for your family? What would it do, man? What would it do for your brothers, your sisters, your friends that are stuck in comfortable jobs? And you keep this up for a couple of years. You never know, you can help them with something. Get respect, right? It's deeper than just 20, guys. It's deeper than just 20. What would it do for your prestige? Would your postcode change? Would your car keys change? Would your bank account change? Would your network change? Would your friends change? Prestige, come on, have some heart, do it, right? What's the value? What's the value? Do the numbers. What's the total value of 20, right? If you got the workbook, I want you to do the numbers, It's a lot of money. Long-term wise, short-term wise, it's good money. It's enough money that's gonna help you stay in the game. It's enough money that's gonna keep you running, right? Success loves speed. I already told you, 100% throttle to get this baby off the ground. Fast 30 days. You bring in 20, all right? 12 are gonna do something. 12 are gonna be like, you know what, Ivan? I think I can present. I'm gonna do this call this week. Okay? 12 are gonna be like, you know what? I've made some good money trading. Can I take the training on trading this week? Can I organize, a team dinner? Can I do that? Yeah, I can do that. The 12 are gonna do something. They're gonna do something. I promise you're gonna do something, right? You bring in 20, 12, do something. 90 days later, you got 8 people cranking. They're making money off trading. They're making money off business. They're cranking, okay? 1 year later, from the 20 people that you bring in, you've got 4 people that are making it happen for you, man. They're making it happen for you, right? And I explained to you guys, I do this 3 times a year. Okay? Year 1, when we was launching this company, you can imagine, I was working like a crazy man. And you guys know, class of 2017, who was in that class, right? Who's graduated? Who's changed their lives in that class? I can name 4 people presently today that are still in this business because of work that I done 4 years ago. I'm getting paid based on work that I done 4 years ago. Put some 777 in the chat for everyone that's still in this training that would want to get paid based on work that they done 4 years ago. The work that they done 4 years ago is funding their current lifestyles today. Work that they done 4 years ago, right? The run that I done 4 years ago, when I brought in Bello, when I brought in Montel, when I brought in Junior, right? 4 years ago, I done this stuff. You gotta be willing to do it. There's a maths, there's a maths to this, okay? 5 years in, I've been in the business for 4 years, all right? May next year will be 5 years. 5 years in, you've got 2 solid leaders. Imagine having 2 Chairman 25s and above in both of your legs. Imagine having 2 Chairman 50s in both of your legs, and you're working on your 3rd leg. You're making it happen. Maybe you got a 5K, maybe you got a Chairman 10. What would your life look like with people chasing 50,000 a month on 2 or 3 legs? Where would you live? What kind of car would you drive? What can you do for people? What kind of charities can you open up? What can you do for your family? What can you do for your kids? Right? People call me successful today. Look, the reason why I'm successful is because I know how this compensation plan works. All right? Today in my business, guys, I have 3 Chairman 10s cranking. They're cranking. How would your life look if you had 3 Chairman 10s on all 3 lines? I'll tell you how your life will look, guys. Your life will be completely different. Completely different. Don't cheat the maths, all right? 5 years in, you're cranking. You're going where you always want to go. You're doing what you always want to do. You have your life back, but your life's on 10x, all right? So you can choose to do this in 30 days, okay? Or you can choose to have a fast 30 days, or you can choose to have a slow 30 months, all right? I know everyone on this call, that's still on this call, is ambitious. They want to make it happen, right? So you're not going to choose the slow 30 months, where over 30 months, you're bringing 8 customers. That doesn't even sound right. 30 months, you're bringing 30, that's like 2 years, 2.5 years, you're bringing 8 customers. Come on, man. You're not dreaming big enough. You're not dreaming big enough. You got to dream, guys. You got to believe before it shows up, okay? 90 days later, we'll do something. If you have a slow 30 months. Matter of fact, I ain't going to speak about the slow 30 months because I'm not that kind of player and I don't want to encourage that kind of activity. But just do the maths. Do the maths on you bringing in 20. What would it do for you? Not just today, but what would it do for you 5 years from now? All right? What would it do? Okay. What would it do? Okay. We've gone over some of this stuff already. Warming up your list. All right. Support, respect, practice. Okay. Your story. Okay. This sheet basically explains it all. Okay. So what I'm going to speak about before we close up is closing. All right. Closing and handling objections. Okay. Just put 1 on the chat if you have struggles closing people. If you have an issue closing someone, trying to get them to make a decision. Like if you have general problems closing, just be honest. Just put some 1s on the chat so I kind of can dissect what's going on. Maybe what we can do is we can actually unmute some people and we can hear the kind of objections that they deal with. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to help you basically close these people, help them make a decision that they should be making. Because what I will tell you guys, closing in the next run that you're going to do, bringing in 20, 30 days, is so important. It's so important. All right. Now, the reason why closing is so important, guys, is because every human being needs to be closed. Okay. Everyone. When I joined this industry, my best friend, okay, was my upline. He actually quit. So imagine if he was in network marketing still, he would have been clear. He would have been a Zane Khan, right? But I needed to be closed because I had my corporate hat on a bit too tight. I thought I knew it all. I didn't really understand residual income. I didn't really understand, giving back to people. I needed someone to close me so that I can come into an environment where I can grow. And once you master the art of closing, guys, you become a very, very, very valuable person in the marketplace. Now, if you've struggled to close up until now, 2 things. Someone said, I need help. I got you. Don't worry. Paramedic, right? Loads of 1s. We're going to unmute some people. We're going to go over some of the common objections in a minute. But the reality of it is, and if you're not growing a business, guess what? You're going to be out of business really soon. So once I knew that, I knew that I had to get good at closing. All right. So when we're going out there and we're building our business, we're recruiting people within the first, 20, let's say the first 10 days, just so you know the structure to all of this, all right? The first 10 days, just make this for your notes. The first 10 days, all we're going to be doing is presentations, okay? The first 10 days of the 30, all we're going to be doing is presentations. The second 10 days of the 30, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be answering questions and dealing with objections. This is basically where this training comes in. And the last 10 days of the 30, we're going to be telling people, are you in or are you out? Why? Because I got a meeting happening in 20 minutes and someone wants to join, right? So keep that in mind. First 10 days, presentations. Second 10 days of the 30, you're going to be answering questions and closing people, dealing with some objections. And the last 10 days of the 30, you're going to be heavy closing, heavy marketing, heavy closing, okay? So you've told your story. You've done the thing, right? And the thing, as you guys know, in our business is doing the presentation, HFX, trading, lot sizes, all that good stuff, right? Residual income, Platinum 1000, Chairman 10, Chairman 750, right? Let's do the thing, okay? You're going to ask some questions, right? And what you'll find is when you start asking these questions, these people are going to give you objections. Now, what I would tell you is when someone gives you an objection, they are interested. What you'll find is when someone hears an objection, they go straight into panic mode. Oh shit! They asked me they didn't sign up the right way, right? They asked me something. Don't panic, okay? The closing starts not only in network marketing, Forex, IM Academy, in sales in general. The closing starts the second they give you an objection. The second they tell me no, the second they say maybe, the second I hear things like I don't have the money, I need to think about it, that's when the closing starts. But in order for you to get to that, you want to take them through a sequence. And then what we're going to do is we're going to unmute some people that are struggling with closing. It's okay. It's a leadership session. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be afraid, right? We're trying to help you overcome that. We're going to help you guys deal with some of the common objections that you go through. But you're going to go through this sequence right here from 1 to 6. Aaron, if you can just mute for a second, literally 2 minutes. You guys can ask all the questions.
In your face because you thought I was a dickhead because I told you to check your ears and your pocket.
Is what do you like best about what I've just showed you? Okay. What do you like best about what I've just showed you? The second thing you're going to ask them is on a scale of 1 to 10, and keep in mind, we're going to be doing this in the last 10 days of the 30-day game plan. On a scale of 1 to 10, 0 meaning you have zero interest in anything like this, and 10 basically means you're really ready to get started. Where would you scale yourself? Okay, second question. Third question, if you decide to do something with this company, with this business part-time, how much money would you want to make per month in order for this to be worth your time? Okay, number 3, if you decided to do something like this with this company, with this business part-time, how much money would you want to earn for this to be worth your time? So important. I think question 3, once you can get through question 3, they're in the business, okay? Because you're going into the radio station, WeFM, what's in it for me? Question 4, how many hours a week, realistically, could you commit so you can develop 1,000 a month through trading or business? How many hours a week, realistically, would you be willing to commit to develop 1,000 a month, realistically, through trading or the business? Question 5, how many months would you be willing to work those 10 hours a week while you're still developing 1,000 a month? How many hours, number 5, how many months would you be willing to work those 10 hours a week while you're developing that 1,000 a month, right? It's give and take. You're having a negotiation with someone. This is what makes us network marketers, professionals, because everyone on this course is professional. You're negotiating with them, okay? You're closing, you're negotiating. Question 6, if I, would you? If I, would you? Aaron, if I was to show you, bro, how you can make $1,000 a month through trading, through the resources that we have, some of my understanding in trading, 10 hours part-time around your work, real part-time. If I was to show you that, would you be willing to take the next step? If I hold up my hand, are you going to leave me hanging? Chances are you ain't. And they will say, yes, I can. Okay? Now, the reasons why most people don't get started with trading and network marketing is because they have something called limiting beliefs. Just make that up for your notes. The challenges and the obstacles that you're going to deal with bringing in this new class of 2021 is people that have limiting beliefs. Now, what you'll find is they're going to try to project their limiting beliefs onto you. And you need to be strong. You need to be strong for your whys, okay? But more important, you need to understand why they have limiting beliefs. And there's 2 reasons to why people don't join the academy. There's 2 reasons to why people don't trade. There's 2 reasons to why people don't get involved in network marketing. And the first is they have a limiting beliefs about themselves. They don't think they can do it, okay? The second thing is they have a limiting belief in trading, or they have a limiting belief in MLM. They have a limiting belief, okay? So what you have to do whilst that's happening and they're running that pattern in their head, and what you'll find is when they start dropping the limiting belief thoughts in their head, you'll literally see them either go red, they get a bit nervous, you see it. The body language is there. You're always going to see it, right? And you have to have an answer for both. Listen with respect, but be attentive. Why? Because you're being a consultant. Your job is to get them across the bridge by asking them questions, okay? So listen with respect, be attentive. Number 1, when you're bringing in 20 and 30, make sure you do that. Relate to them, okay? There's different ways which you can relate to someone in our industry. The first thing you say is, number 1, I totally understand where you're coming from. Okay? I totally understand where you're coming from. Okay? And then you're going to use an approach which I've used for years upon years is, I know how you feel. I felt the same way, but this is what I found. Okay? Relate to them. I understand exactly what you're saying. Okay? I know how you feel. I felt the same, but this is what I found. Then you told a story. So I felt that way, but the great thing about this opportunity is you get connected to some pretty cool people. And the person that we're going to be working with, and you're going to be working with me as well, we're going to show you how you can trade. One thing to be true, if you were to walk away with anything from your experience in this academy, I'd want you to be able to make money trading. Secondly, if you wish to build this business, we have people that you can meet at the type of settings that we go to that earn considerable amounts of money. Why don't you come to an event with me? And I could show you how simple it is for you to trade. But of course, if you want to build the business as well, I can show you how to build the business. Then you ask them, if I was to do that, would you be okay taking the next step? Okay? It's going to take some practice. Obviously, this is rolling off my tongue because I'm a professional. But this is how you close. If you struggle to close in your career in MLM, right? After you've told them your story, you've done the thing, right? You've gone through this closing sequence. If you struggled, just go through question 1 to 6 on your workbook, okay? Then you need to understand they're human beings. They're going to have objections and limiting beliefs, okay? Now, don't let that scare you, okay? Don't let that scare you. You gotta think my volume, my revenue, my trading account is bigger than their limiting beliefs, and it's bigger than them not wanting to do this. So you have to have that posture, right? You have some prestige to your game, right? But again, listen with respect, be attentive, relate to them, tell the story, I understand. I know exactly what you're going through. I felt the same way. I felt the same way. I felt just like you, but this is what I found. Okay? If I would you, okay? If I would you. Every time you want to close, if I would you, okay? So it's gonna take some time, but that is the reality. That's how you close people in the business, right? So just before we close out, I'm gonna answer some questions, but before that, I just wanna bring up the structure to the game plan because I did go over it briefly, but it'll be good to kind of show you the structure in the sense of the first 10 days, the second 20 days, the last 10 days. I'm going to just bring up my slides in seconds. So if you just give me a second, guys. I hope that this is making sense to you guys. I really want your lives to change. Trust me, I love you guys. I care about you lot. And this is why I come on here and I give organic, raw training because I know that this is what the organization needs, right? If this is what's going to get you to your goal, I'm going to be direct. I'm going to be transparent. And I'm going to do my level best to really, really train you so you understand that it's not as hard as you think it is. As long as you got a structure, you're good. If I can find it. It was here. Just give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm excited for you guys, man. You know, you do this 30 days, knock out a park, 20 and 30. You're going to feel really good about yourself, right? You're going to feel very good about yourself. Let me just see if I can get it up. Appreciate you guys. I appreciate the love in the chat. Honestly, I appreciate it. This is why I do it, man. This is why I do it. 4 years deep. 4 years deep. Last time to go. Let's see if I can bring it up. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go, guys. We're almost there. We're almost there. You guys are doing great. You guys are doing great. You guys are doing great. I want you guys to give yourself a pat on the back. Honestly, you're doing great. You're doing great. You're a chairman. All right. So, like I mentioned to you guys, there's 3 parts to this, right? The prep phase, like I mentioned to you about the prep phase, warm market, whisper campaign. Okay, warm market, whisper campaign, sacrifice, commitment, negotiate with your loved ones. Tell your team you love them, but for the next 30, I'm going to be a little bit busy because I need to work, right? I need to work on 2022, okay? And chances are they could probably do what they ask you to do, right? But you got to just show them love, right? So that's the prep phase. The first 10 days, like I mentioned to you, you're going to be front loading enormous presentations into your diary, okay? What I want you guys to do is I want you guys to send out 150 text messages to the people that you want to expose, the people that you want to see the vision of a company and where we're going. I want you to front load 100+ text messages, no WhatsApps, okay? Of course, if you get them through Instagram, filter them in, but I want you to text them. Literally, iMessage text. If you're an Android user, I don't know what the service is for Android users, but if you're an Android user, you just want to text them. Are you free at this time? Can we get a coffee? I just need someone to practice with. I need some support, okay? You know, I respect you. So those kind of vibes, but you want to send out 100 text messages and you want to make sure that you do it in 1 day. 1 day, okay? For the lazy and the lethargic people, I'm joking, no one's lazy and lethargic, but 48 hours maximum, you want to get off your 100 messages to people. Then the first week, you want to try cramming 70 presentations. 70, okay? The magic number with recruiting 20 is 70 presentations in your diary, okay? 70 presentations, right? So the first week, 70 presentations. You're going to be very, very busy. That's why I said sacrifice, commit, negotiate with your loved ones, all that good stuff, because you're going to be busy, okay? Part 3, the second 10 days. You're still going to be doing presentations, but you're going to transition into a follow-up. So you're going to expose them and you're going to be like, look, I'm busy. All of the rest of the evening, I've got a lot of calls to do, but I'm going to hit you up on this day. Okay, you're going to come on those vibes. And the last part, part 4, you're going to be focusing on closing. All right, you're going to be focusing on helping people make a decision. So that's when you ask them questions. What do you like most about what you saw? if we was to work, how much money would you want to make? Can you commit time part-time? If I, would you? If I, would you? Are you in or are you out? Okay. So 20 and 30, that wraps up our masterclass. What I also tell you as well is I've put a personal incentive on the table. Anybody, this is anybody that brings in the 20 and 30 from yours truly. I know Zain Khan's going to get involved in this as well, but from me, yours truly, anyone that brings in 15 of minimum, right? 15 minimum of the 20, 700 pounds on me. And that could be multiple people, but 700 pounds on me, okay? Because I want you to go and bring in those 20, because I know what those 20 are going to do for 2022, 2023. I know what they're going to do for your business and your organization. So there's 700 pounds on the table minimum, okay, for the person that brings in minimum 15 clients active, okay? I'm going to roll out the dates. I'm going to put up in the template. You guys are going to see all that good stuff. But all you got to do is stretch for 20. If you land on 15, 7 bills, 700 pounds straight to you. Okay. So again, you're making all your commissions. You're doing all of that good stuff, right? You're setting up your foundation for 2022. You're setting up your foundation for winter. But just from me, because I love you guys and I want you guys to do this thing, 700 pounds. Okay. So questions. If you guys have any questions that you want to ask about this, let's go ahead and let's just go into a quick Q&A. Anybody got any questions? If you got any questions, just put a message in the group chat. Aaron would unmute you because he's the host. And what we'll do is we'll answer some questions, and then we're gonna get some accountability going on just before I go, and then we'll take from there. So any questions? Just put it on the group, right? So the first question. How about cold market? Okay, cool, bet. And that's from Chairman. Your name's Chairman, bro. It's already done. So, Mr. Chairman, to your question, I want to answer that in a second. I've kind of struggled with jump between P1 and P2, especially because of cold market. What do you do to prospect those who research and get back? What do you do to prospect? How do you respond to people with an issue resubscription fee? All right, bet. All right, cool. Really good questions, right? So let me start answering some of the questions. So the first one, struggle between P1 and P2, especially because of the cold market. So what you want to do is, if you're struggling with the cold market, I'm assuming maybe you're doing this in person, or if you're not doing it in person, maybe you're doing it on Instagram. You just basically want to move quicker, okay? Maybe you've hit a standstill, or you've hit a wall. You just basically want to increase your numbers, because what I found in this industry is when you prospect in small numbers, rejection is going to be bigger than life itself. When you prospect in small numbers, rejection is going to be bigger than life itself. Now, the reason why I say that is when I was building the business for the first time, I had to do a lot of cold recruiting. So you would catch me in London Bridge, you'll catch me in Oxford Circus, you'll catch me in Liverpool Street, right? And while I was there was, of course, I was building the business. Now, what I focused on was I was focusing on getting 20 contacts a day. So if I had basically worked for 3 days, I have 60 contacts. So if someone told me no, the rejection wasn't as hurtful, because then again, I still had 59 or 50 odd to work through. So anyone that's struggling with basically working through the cold market, just increase your numbers. So that might be an extra hour of your day, 2 hours of your day, but generally just increase your numbers. If you increase your numbers, you're going to be good. What do I do if the prospect says I need to research and get back to you? Okay, so if someone says I need to research and get back to you, that's based on an objection. So they're objecting. And basically how I'll answer the objection is very simple, right? So if someone says I want to research and I want to get back to you, this is what I'll say to them. Okay, cool. So you want to research? No problem. Does the business make sense to you? Does trading make sense to you? Okay. Does the business side of this business make sense to you? Yeah, the business makes sense, right? Typically, that's what they're going to say. Because anyone that says they want to do research, they're basically trying to get you off. But what you're going to do is you're going to be smart and understand that they're trying to, object here, and you want to turn around and say, does the business make sense to you? So basically, you're putting them back on the line. Now, once they're back on the line, they say, yes, the business does make sense to me, all right? You say perfect, because there's many people that had the kind of objection that you had. They want to research and all that good stuff. But what I found was when you do research and you're not a part of the company, you're not making no money. So why don't you do what most people do, which is get started, okay? You have a 7-day, cooling off period. Within the 7 days, I can basically show you how this whole system works. So come day 7, if you still want to do research, you're doing it completely for free. You're doing it completely for free, but more important, you would have been able to understand about the products and services in this business. So whenever someone says research, they're basically trying to get you off. So you want to turn around and say, does the business make sense? And you're going to turn them around like that. Now, to close out that, you want to rebuttal them and you want to say, okay, perfect. If you do just as well as most of the people that have got started with me this month, the last thing that you have in your mind, okay, well, the only problem that you're going to have is I didn't speak to you earlier and I got you started then. Sound fair enough? And typically they're going to say yes, all right? And you turn around and say, okay, perfect. Getting started is simple. It's basic information. First name, last name, email address. Just going to need your bank card so I can get your product for you. And then we can work the plan. Okay, so the research stuff, don't buy into that. Okay, that's correct. So hopefully that answered that question. How do I respond with people with issue with resubscription fee? If it's a constant issue with resubscription fee, maybe they can't afford it. What you want to do is you want to immediately go into what I call taprooting through their network. Okay, so if it's a constant thing, you want to taproot through them. Now, once you taproot through them, you're going to sign up people below them. If you sign up people below them, you would tell them, okay, look, I've managed to enroll all these people below you, okay? If you build the other legs, you can basically earn residual income, and the residual income that you earn, you can pay with your package using the residual income. But keep in mind, I've already built one leg for you. By then, I probably would have been 2-3 levels deep below them, and they'll never have a problem with the resubscription fee because now they'll be getting ranked and they'll be getting paid. So hopefully that answered your question. I do feel like I've hit the wall. Code market is really something. It is challenging, but you can get through it. What do I do? The money right now, how do you keep them from going code fee layer, opting out eventually? What do you do? Someone says so they've been all right, cool. I didn't get that properly. All right, cool. So let's see, because a few questions. Anyone that says that, okay, with anyone that says they don't have the money, okay, they do have the money, okay? You just basically got to get around to turn around the objection, okay? So if someone turns around and says to me, okay, they don't have the money, which is a common objection, what you want to turn around and say to them is, okay, when do you see that changing? And then you just want to wait. So if someone says to me, I don't have the money, you want to turn around and say, okay, when do you see that changing? You want to say those exact words. And they're like, oh, hopefully this week, okay, bet. So, all right, so you see that change maybe in a week's time. If that's a week's time when you see that changing, I think you need to find the money today so you're not in this scenario come next month. Because by then we would have earned profits through trading. And also, if you're building the business, we can build some residuals so you can never be in this problem again. So you need to let them know that them not having the money, honestly, is a problem. And then you want to consult with them by saying, when do you see that change in? When do you see that change in? Okay? And they're going to tell you when they see that changing, all right? Then you want to turn around and say to them, okay, if we was to start you today and I was to help you make 1,000, could you find the money? Because I don't want you to be in this financial problem again. So this is why I want you to find the money. It's almost like you're a doctor consulting with a patient and you're basically explaining why they need the medication and why they need to start their treatment. So you have to be bang on it because sometimes people actually do have a financial problem, but you got to make them understand, look, this investment is going to potentially change that financial problem. All right. So When it comes to not having the money, just be a good consultant. Just consult them. Okay. Hopefully that answered that question. Trading not working for them. If trading is not working for them, if you personally trade, you know, get them on your Zoom call or meet up with them, help them place a few trades, help them understand a bit of the dynamics in trading, support, resistance, pullbacks, Fibonacci's, RSI's, just help them understand some dynamics, right? And if you can help them understand that, chances are they'll start making some money and then they'll start believing. I've realized that with winning in this business, it's all about just getting someone across the line. You just got to try and get someone across the line, get them a result in trading, get them a result in business. It's all about you just trying to get them across the line, right? So if they're struggling in trading, what you want to do is you want to consult them. Hey, listen, why don't we set up a Zoom call? Let me just show you a few things when it comes to trading, okay? And you can do that in person or you can do that, you know, on Zoom. Totally up to you. Someone didn't get that free sub. How do you respond to people who ask how much is to join? Okay, that one there is simple. How do you respond to people who ask how much would it be to join? Yeah, just tell them the price, man. Just be honest with them. Just tell them the price. Yeah, it's $2.50 in UK money, $3 to $4. Just be real with them, all right? What I want you to do is, if you guys can see the chat, these are all the common objections that you're going to encounter, just so you know. So all the common objections that you're going to encounter is basically what people are saying on the chat. You need to understand that as you go to recruit your 20. So as you go to recruit your 20, people are going to say they don't have the money. So I've showed you how you can overturn that. The other problems are like cold recruiting and stuff like that. Those are things that, you know, I can maybe give you some training on. If you get in contact with Aaron, how much would it join? So it's just common objections. It's just, honestly, it's just common objections. It's nothing too crazy. It's really basic objections. Keep in mind, guys, the only objections that people really have in this business is limiting beliefs in themselves and limiting beliefs if trading or networking works for them. Everything else is fabricated and made up. So you need to be aware of that, and you just have to be a good consultant. Okay. So Aaron, I'm gonna hand over back to you, bro. Maybe you have a few closing comments that you want to add to this. Before I hand back to you, what I decided to do with Aaron for the group, guys, is we're gonna set up a Zoom maybe every night where it's convenient for people to jump on. We're gonna find out everyone's times and availabilities and all that good stuff. And we're gonna basically track the 20 and 30. Like I mentioned to you, my 20 and 30 starts tomorrow at 8 a.m. UK time. And I wanna basically set up a Zoom call where we can all come on as leaders and we can talk about how the day went for us, or if we've had any challenges, any problems, any obstacles in the 20 and 30, we can discuss it. Fundamentally, the reason why we're gonna be doing the accountability call every night is just to ensure that everyone's on track to get their 20 and 30 done. Because I know what the 20 and 30 would do for you if we complete it. So maybe we might do that 9 p.m. every evening, 10 p.m. every evening. It's completely up to you. I'm going to be working 12-hour days from tomorrow. So I go from 8 to 6 tomorrow. I'm going to be working. I'll be awake, active, so you can WhatsApp me, hit on Instagram, all that good stuff. But I want to set up an accountability call with Aaron. I know some of the OP boys boys and girls, sorry. I know some of the OP boys and girls are also on this call as well. So that accountability call, you can also jump on it as well. And we can talk about how our 20s go in, the kind of objections that we're dealing with, how we're getting these people launched. That's something that me and Aaron are going to put into place. And we will send out a message this evening very, very shortly. And we'll be explaining basically the details of that call. And I'm going to be raw and organic. I'm going to tell you how many I recruit, how I recruit them. I'm going to be showing the dialogue, all the secrets. We're going to do that every night of the next 30 just to ensure that we get it done. But that's only for people that are starting their 20 and 30 tomorrow. Keeping in mind, you need to prep for your 20 and 30. I've been prepping for my 20 and 30 for the past 10 days. So if you're going to run the race in July, we need to start your prep. So tomorrow morning, we can basically start your prep. If you're going to start in August, we need to basically start prepping kind of midway in July. but we will have an accountability call every night where we come on and we talk about our numbers and how we did it and all that good stuff. We're going to make sure that you get this 20 and 30 done. I'm going to make sure that you go to the next level in your business, life. I'm going to make sure I get that 700 pounds to you. So, Aaron, I'm going to hand over back to you, bro. Hopefully that made sense. Bristol, I appreciate you. The OP guys, I appreciate you. I know this course being, publicized all around the world as well. So if you're in from the other groups, a lot of love. If you need any advice, anything like that, hit me up on IG. My IG is I am Ivan Vungbo. You can hit me up and I can literally just break it down and help you guys get the game plan. So, Aaron, bro, flowers back to you. I know you're giving me flowers in the beginning of the call. Flowers back to you. I want you guys to give up to this guy here because he's going to be your 5K. He's going to be your next 5K. Next 30 to 60 days, he will be a 5K run to chairman before the close of this year. Guys, 3 down so far. My goal was to get 5 done this year. We can really, really crank it up to another level, and I ain't stopping anytime soon. So, Aaron, bro, hand over to you, man.
Let's go. Let's put some IV 750s in the chat if you love.
Oh, bro.
Show them a bit of love. Show them a bit of love, man.
Let's go do it, man.
Cool. Appreciate, obviously, the time that you spent here with us, guys. IV 750. Let's get that going in the chat right now. Okay, because we know Chairman 750 is done, guys. But guys, man, honestly, I think Ivan said it all, right? I don't need to add much to what Ivan said, but ultimately it's all about what happens now, right? What happens next? Yes, it's great. We've got the training. However, obviously trainings, especially these types of trainings, they're provided for us to actually move forward and apply, right? So I think it's a great move to have the accountability group. And yeah, and just keep on tabs in regards to those who want to obviously get this done, right? If we're all in the same, doing the same things, keeping on track, holding each other accountable, then yeah, it's more than easy to get this done, guys. So yeah, Ivan, I think you've done it. Yeah, you said it all. In regards to the recording, yeah, people were asking for the recording like what midway through I'm actually training. So yeah, we'll definitely drop that. We'll just upload it on YouTube beforehand, and then we'll drop it into the WhatsApp group. But yeah, man, you said it all, baby. So guys, I'd like to appreciate every single one of you for actually staying on the call. It went on a bit longer than planned. However, you all stayed. So yeah, let's really, for those of us who have stayed, obviously, you've proven to be serious. So let's really get the most out. Let's get this done, right? We made it this far, right? So the best way to reward yourself is to actually, get it done, right? So yeah, like I said, the recording is coming. So yeah, have a great evening, guys. And yeah, we'll be dropping the training very soon. So take care, guys, and have a great July. All right, it's gonna be a 30 days to remember. See you in Dubai. Right, see you in Dubai. All right, take care, guys. See you soon.